Hey guys, we're back. We're gonna do the pencil drawing with crayons. This is a still life, right? We're practicing layering colors. We're practicing blending the colors together. With oil pastels, you can use your finger to blend the colors together. But with crayon, you just have to use other crayons to kind of push that wax together on top of itself. All right, so I'm gonna leave this pencil here in the middle of my paper so you can see it, and then I'm going to draw it down here below. Okay, I'm going to move my cardboard piece because I don't want it to be hanging off the edge there. Okay, so here's my pencil. Now you're going to say this pencil is yellow. You think this pencil is yellow? I mean, you're partially right. It's kind of yellow. But there are a lot of other colors on here. If you look at the highlight is white. It's a really light yellow. There's actually some almost like dark orange or like a brownish yellow on the side of the pencil that's shaded. If you look at the wood of the pencil, it's kind of peach and brown. Like they're kind of like twisted together, right, in here. And then the pencil lead is a different color. Also, the end of the pencil, this pencil is interesting because it has these green metal stripes down here, and then the eraser is actually two-toned. One side of the side of the eraser that hasn't been used is like a darker pink, and then there's a light pink on the side of the eraser that has been used. So when I do this, when I draw this pencil today, I'm actually going to have to, I think I'm going to have to shorten it. Now I could draw it like that. Maybe I'll just move it here and then draw it right there. Okay. All right, I'm going to start with yellow and just kind of get the whole length going first. I want to make sure, because I'm drawing kind of realistically and I'm drawing these from this still life, I want to make sure that it's actually the size of a pencil. You don't want to draw it really, really small because then you don't have any room to add details and you would end up with this big fat crayon just drawing over itself. So worst case scenario, you should make this even bigger than real life. But what I'm going to start with today is just drawing this pencil at about the same width and length of a regular pencil. You know, the thickness, right? The width and the length, how long it is. A regular pencil, there we go. All right, now I'm gonna make sure I add a lot of yellow on here. Now I did not draw the end of the pencil where the wood is exposed and the lead is exposed. I haven't drawn that yet. This is just the length of the yellow part. Now I am going to extend this a little bit farther on the end so that I can kind of take care of these two yellow bits and save room for these green edges. Okay, make sure you don't go off the paper because you are going to want to draw the eraser. And on the other side, I'm going to start with peach, or this Crayola crayon is called apricot, and it's kind of like a what shape? Right? It's kind of like a triangle shape. Triangle shape. And I am pushing hard for this one. And the last one I ended up layering it several times. All right, so I'm gonna draw some stripes with the brown and then layer it again with the peach, the apricot over it. There we go. And just add those nice wood lines the best that I can on here, like that. And I'll just draw that hard edge. There is a hard edge right there for the edge of that pencil. Okay, where it's brown. Well, it's a really wobbly pencil. I have to go back and fix that here in a minute. Okay, so I'm also going to take the peach and layer on top of this yellow. Just not the whole side, like where there's a highlight. I want to leave that, but this is not the same color. So I am going to layer peach and yellow and maybe another layer of yellow and another layer of peach until I can get this right. Now, if you really wanted this to be straight, you could use a ruler, you could use the edge of a book so that it would be more precise. But this is my second time doing this today, so I think I got it. I think I figured out how to make this look pretty good. Okay. There's a highlight on this side and there's another reflective light down here below. And again, you might not be able to see exactly what I'm seeing. I'm just talking you through how I would go about drawing this, layering the peach and the yellow and then coming back with white to draw a highlight on the bottom and another on this edge. Okay, and that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to take a little bit of a light brown and just kind of, just barely, like almost like a feather tickling the paper. Just tickle the paper here on this one side of the pencil just to give it a little bit of a cylinder, right? If you were shading a cylinder, the cylinder would have light on the majority of it and then there would be a shadow on the other side. So just like the cylinder, and that's what we're looking at here because that's what pencils and markers are, cylinders. So I'm going to try really lightly and add a layer of really light brown on one side of my pencil, and I'll go back over that with peach just to kind of blend it in so we don't have those any lines, and layer the whole thing again with yellow. Layering is so important when you're doing something where you want it to look three-dimensional. Okay, especially with crayon. All right, I'm gonna use green. I'm gonna get started and draw these 3 separate lines. You can see these are 3 separate lines because there are 2 yellow lines that separate them. So the first yellow line, the first green line is thin. And then the next one is pretty thick. And there's another kind of thin one over here. Okay. All right, now this part is actually metal. Like I can feel it, I can touch it, right? And I can see there are ridges in here. So I'm gonna take a different shade of green and just kind of just draw little notches. They don't have to be perfect, kind of like when we were adding that texture to the orange, just barely touching it and pulling, okay? And then I'm gonna take yellow and go over this for the highlights, just a little bit. Okay, and then same thing with white. Oops. And if you mess up, that's okay because you can always go back in and layer, right? That's the beauty of crayons. All right, now the pink on here, and I'll get a little closer so you can see. The pink on here is like a darker color on the outside, and then where it's been used, it's a lighter pink. Also because the light from the window is casting almost like a light shadow on this side of the eraser, and on the top of the eraser, it's getting the most light. So this is gonna be a lighter pink. But there's also these little dark gray marks on there. So I need to remember that when I'm kind of drawing it. I'm gonna start with a dark pink. I think this is cotton candy. Yeah, it is cotton candy. Just start with a dark pink. Okay. Add a little bit of Maybe some reddish purple, just for a shadow on this dark part. Just a little bit of layering. Add a little bit of light color on the side. Okay, there's the side, and then we have this top of the eraser, which is a little bit pointed. It's a little rounded. So we'll draw that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take gray, not black, and add those smudges just around those edges here. Little smudges. The black would be too dark, that's why I'm not using it. And then while I have this gray out, I'm going to go ahead and round out the edge of this lead, this pencil lead. Whoops! Slipped right in there. It looks broken. That's okay. And then we'll add a little black on one side. And it also has a white highlight, so we'll go ahead and give a white highlight here. There's also a highlight on the wood, so while I'm over here with the white, I'll go ahead and highlight that as well. That kind of just ruined that sharp edge there when I did that with the white. That's annoying. All right, that looks pretty good. I think that I could go back in for hours and just keep layering this and layering and layering and layering, but I'm gonna call it a day. The next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and add that shadow. Now this time it's a cylinder, right? And if you look at the shadow, it starts about midway through the eraser, it's curved, and then it follows the whole length of the pencil until it gets to the edge, and then it extends past, right? So let's see. And you could always move your pencil and pick a different shadow, but because we did the highlights coming this way, I'm going to do the shadow on the opposite side because that's going to make the most sense to anyone who's looking at it. We'll go ahead and draw a line first. Gray goes all the way down. Okay, just like that, kind of round it out. Oh my gosh, I miss being in class so I could stop what I was doing and walk around and look at other people's work and hear you guys go, "What? What did she do? Did you see that?" Or have somebody like Ariana telling me that my music is terrible. I miss that. As annoying as that was. I miss that. I miss you telling me my music is bad. Really, really, really light gray. Really, like barely touching it with the black. And I'm not coming all the way out over the gray that I just did. I'm just barely going right underneath that pencil. Now I left space here. Now I'm gonna have to make my shadow match my broken pencil. Oh my gosh, that's so silly. Okay, and then add a little gray here. Just make that extend out a little bit more, just because the black came out a little bit. Okay, all right, so there's my pencil. I hope you like this video. I hope you guys are doing still lifes at your own house, you know, working with things that you find around your house that are small, that you can draw life size inside of your sketchbook journal. Make sure you label the page still life. And if you have a cutie, a piece of candy, and a pencil, and you draw the things that I've drawn today, I'd love to see them. Or if you have something else, maybe you just find a toy, or, oh, I made this with air dry clay. It's a little lamb. Yep, it's cute. You could draw anything that you have in your house. And I would love to see a picture of it. Go ahead and send it to me. Drop a like if you like this video. And if you have suggestions for what we should work on next week, go ahead and let me know that as well. You can send me a message on Class Dojo. Hope you guys have a great day. Remember, you are amazing, right? And art is unique to each craftsman. So if your work doesn't look like mine, that's good because it's unique to you. Have a great day, guys. Bye.